Okay, so for our last set of notes in this unit, we're going to talk about equivalent expressions. So a mathematical expression is represented in various forms, so many forms, and still represent the same value. For example, 6 plus 9 is equal to 15, and 2 times 6 plus 8 is equal to 28. So those are equal expressions, 6 plus 9 and 15, 2 times 6 plus 8 and 28. Those are equal expressions because whether it's just the number itself or it's showing the operations, it equals the same thing on both sides. So when we're looking at equivalent expressions, there's a lot of different ways that you can write them. There's verbal descriptions, which we've kind of talked about. You can use pictures, you can use just an expression, which is what we've been writing, and then you have your variables that help you define all of those things. So first I'm going to look at this picture. In this picture, there are shoes and baseballs, right? Before I go anywhere with this, I'm going to define my variables as S for shoes and B for baseballs, because those are the two things pictured. Okay, to describe it, I'm going to think, okay, so I'm just going to make up a person. Andy has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shoes. And 1, 2, 3 baseballs. So that right there is just a verbal description of the picture that I have here. Okay? Then for my expression, I would say, okay, so for each shoe, he has 5 of them, so that would be 5 times S, because S is for shoes, plus he also has 3 baseballs, so 3 times B. Okay, so there I have a verbal description, I defined my variables using my picture, and I created that expression. Okay, those are all equivalent expressions, whether it's written one way or the other. They all equal the same thing. So here we have another example of, instead of a picture, but a model, and this is one that's really beneficial because you'll see it a lot. It uses those base 10 blocks. So where we see the X, that represents like the variable, right? And then we have ones down here. So what we have to keep in mind is these negatives. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4x, and then I have all of these ones, but this negative one and this positive one cancel each other out. So wherever I have a negative, I cancel out one positive. So really, I have 4x plus 1, 2, 3, 4, because that's all that I have left after my negatives cancel things out. Okay, to verbally describe that, I would say 4 times a number, or I could say the product of 4 and a number. I like that better. The product of 4 and a number, and we'll say x, because that's our variable, increased by 4, because that's what I added. Okay, so we're going to do another one. This time they gave us the expression, so we have 3x, and we're going to draw our model. So if I have 3x, I need to draw 3 of these, and then I need to draw just 5 ones. And I can draw it just as doing 5 individual boxes, like that, or I could throw in some negatives and extra ones and cancel things out. But I'm just, work smarter, not harder. I'm just going to draw the 5 boxes. To describe that verbally, I would say 3 times a number plus 5. There's lots of different ways you could say it. You could say the product of 3 and a number. You could say 5 more than the product of 3 and a number. There's lots of different ways you could say that. Or you could say the sum of 5 and 3 times a number. There's so many different ways you could say it. As long as you're describing those operations in words, you're good. Okay? All right, we're going to go to the next page and do some just examples and see if these expressions are equivalent or not, based on what we've learned so far about expressions. So I have 3 times 4x plus 6. So this shows me like what I would do to get the distributive property, right? So if I distribute this, I would have 3 times 4x, which is 12x, plus 3 times 6, which is 18, right? This shows 3 plus 4x plus 3 plus 6. Okay, I'm not adding 3 to 4x and to 6, I'm multiplying it. So this is not equivalent. In order for it to be correct, the same thing would be if I was multiplying. Someone in the class just sneezed. Everyone say bless you. Be if I was multiplying 3 times 4x plus 3 times 6. Okay. All right. Now I have 5 times 2x minus 8, and they're saying that that's equivalent with 10x minus 8. Well, if I distribute my 5, I do get 10x, but I also have to distribute the 5 to the 8, so I wouldn't still have minus 8, so it's not equivalent, because when I multiply that 5 by 8, I now have 10x minus 40. Okay, because 5 times 8 is 40. All right, so I have 9 plus 3 plus x, and in groups, 9 plus 3 plus x. Okay, that is equivalent because we know from the associative property that changing groups does not change the answer. So that one is equivalent. 4 times 5 plus x, and 4 times 5 plus x. That's equivalent because it's really the exact same thing. They just put the multiplication symbol for the first one, and you don't, when you're multiplying in parentheses or multiplying by a variable, you don't have to have that multiplication symbol if they're right next to each other. Okay? All right. 15 minus 9 divided by x and 15 minus x divided by 9. These are not equivalent. They're not equivalent because with subtraction and division, order matters. So order matters. So when I change the order that I divided, 9 divided by x and x divided by 9 are not the same thing, okay? So in order for them to be equivalent, I could say just the exact same thing. There isn't really a way to make that equivalent without writing the same thing again. Because like I said, with subtraction and division, order matters. Okay, with 2 times 7x plus 6 and 2 times 7x plus 2 times 6, that is equivalent because that just shows it with the distributive property before it's actually multiplied. So like with the first one up here, okay? It shows that 2 times 7x and 2 times 6, which is what happens when you distribute the 2 on the outside, okay? All right, so we're going to look at number 2. Which set of expressions below represents equivalent expressions? Check all that apply. Okay, so we have 3 plus x divided by 2, or 3 plus 6 divided by 2, and 3 plus 6 divided by 2. So if I add 3 and 6 together first, I get 9 divided by 2. Whereas here, I have 3 plus 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So those are not going to end up with the same thing. So not that one. 3 times 6 plus 2. Or 3 plus 6 plus 3 plus 2. Well, this is multiplication, and these are all addition, so nope, not equivalent. 6 divided by 3 plus 2, or 2 plus 6 divided by 3. So it didn't change the order of the division. It changed the order of the addition, but that doesn't really matter because order doesn't matter with addition. So yep, those are equivalent. 3 times 6 times 2, 3 times 6 times 2. Same thing, they just changed the groups, but with multiplication, that's fine. All right, so you are going to do 1, 3, and 4 on your own in the Google form.